What's up, man? How we feeling out there? How we feeling? How we feeling? Welcome to Boxing Legends Lounge, man. Home of the home, where we talk real boxing. Wait, hold on. I gotta. Oh, I gotta turn this down. I turn this down over here on this side. Listen, if y'all here, write in the chat if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I want to know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Right in the chat. If you can hear me, I just want to know if my mic is good, if we good to go. Can everybody hear me? If you tapped in, can you hear me? Right in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, yay or nay? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I want to know. Can everybody hear me? Let me know. 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 Let me know if you in here. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? I want to make sure my mic is good. I want to make sure we good to go. Look, we're going to be talking boxing tonight. We're going to be talking boxing. We're going to be talking boxing, all right? We got a lot of good fights. We had a lot of good fights this weekend. We had Usyk versus Dubois. We had Bam Rodriguez. We had Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. We had, oh man, we had so many good fights, man. So many good fights out there. Tim Tszyu versus Fandora. We had good fights, y'all. We had good fights. Now, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing right here. Is Usyk the greatest heavyweight champ of all time? That's what I want to know. Is Usyk the greatest heavyweight champion of all time? I'm talking about, is he better than Muhammad Ali? Is he better than Mike Tyson? Is he better than Lennox Lewis? Is he the greatest heavyweight champion of all time? There's been talk about Usyk being the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. That's what I want to. I need y'all. I need y'all. Right? I need y'all to answer that question for me. Is Usyk the greatest heavyweight champion of all time? Is Usyk the greatest champion? Me personally, I like Usyk. I think Usyk is dope. I think Usyk is a great fighter. But I do not think that Usyk is the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. For me, my goal of heavyweight champions of all times is Muhammad Ali. I know I wasn't live when Muhammad Ali was fighting, but I watched a lot of his fights. Muhammad Ali was one bad man. Listen, Muhammad Ali was one bad mofo, man. No, listen, regardless of however you want to slice it or dice it, Muhammad Ali was that guy. A lot of people took Muhammad Ali's style, his charisma. I think just putting Usyk as the greatest heavyweight of all time right now, I think is a disrespect. I think it's a disrespect to put Usyk as one of the greatest, as the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. I think it's disrespectful. Now, no disrespect to Usyk. I think Usyk is a great fighter. I think Usyk has a lot of tools. But do I think that he's the greatest? No, I don't think so. I don't think he's the greatest. I don't even know if I have Usyk as in my top 5. Right? I don't even know if I have you, because I have Muhammad Ali, I have Mike Tyson, have Joe Frazier, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, right? Come on, there was some heavyweight champs out there, man. There was some heavyweight champs out there that was really doing their thing. So to put Usyk as the greatest heavyweight champion of all times, I think people got to do their homework. Do I think he was a little bit more skilled? So if we talking about skills, then that's one thing. But if we talking about the body of work, I don't even have Usyk as my top 5. If we talking about skills, maybe, if we talking about being a technician, then yeah, we can arguably say skillfully, and we just going predominantly based on skills, then we can argue and say, hey, look, I got Usyk as the top 5 skillful heavyweight champs of the world. All right. I got Usyk as my top 5. Let me see if so I think you know what it is. I think a lot of people got my old link. So let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right, y'all. Man, this is gonna be a great episode, man. This is gonna be a great episode. This is gonna be a great episode. This is gonna be a great episode, y'all. What's up? What's up? Can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, just write in the chat that if you can hear me or not. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Yes. No. I just want to know if everybody can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? If you in the chat, if you in the room, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yay or nay? I just need to know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me? Make sure that I got my screen open. Let me make sure if everybody can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure if everybody can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? If you hear, if you in the room, just let me know if you can hear me. Right in the chat if y'all can hear me. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Look, we talking boxing tonight. We had some great fights. I just want to get y'all some of y'all feedback. Let me get some of y'all feedback. If y'all saw any of the fights this weekend, I'm trying to make sure everybody can hear me. Trying to make sure y'all can hear me out there in these streets. Yeah. Trying to make sure everybody can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. Tap in. Tap in. Tap in. Tap in. We're going to go. I'm going to go. I just want to know if can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? No. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. All right, look, we live, man. We live, man. Like I said, we talking about, we had some great fights. Like I said, you can hear me? Okay, cool. Appreciate it. All right, look, we had some great fights this weekend, right? We had Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. We had Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. We had Bam Rodriguez. We had some great fights. And listen, it's getting real spicy. It's getting real spicy. Look, if you tapped in with us, man, all the thing I ask, share this link with someone so that way they can tap in and watch this. Right? We got some. If you know some boxing people, know some boxing heads out there, share this link with them. Share this link with them so that way they can tap in. Look, all right. So we talking about Daniel Dubois versus Usyk. Oh my God, that was a great fight. It didn't go the distance, but that was a great fight. It didn't go too long, but that was a great fight. I liked it. I liked the whole build up to it. I liked everything about it. All right. I liked everything about it. I thought, before we get into the actual fight, right? Let's go back to what we were saying earlier. A lot of people, we're seeing this all through social media right now. A lot of people got Usyk over Muhammad Ali. What's going on? We here. We tapped in, man. A lot of people got Usyk over Muhammad Ali. We're talking about Muhammad Ali. Now, there's no disrespect to Usyk. I think Usyk is a great fighter. I think Usyk is dope. I think he's a technician. I think he's very skillful. But to say that Usyk is better than Muhammad Ali, that's crazy. I got to drink some water for that one. To say that Usyk is better than Muhammad Ali is diabolical. To put Usyk over Muhammad Ali is diabolical. And I gotta drink some water for that. I gotta drink some water for that, y'all. Gotta drink some water for that, man. Gotta drink some water for that, because that's crazy. That's crazy. I like Usyk. I think Usyk is a great fighter. But we talking about Muhammad Ali. We talking about Rumble, young man, Rumble. We talking about the greatest of all time. We talking about one of the baddest men to ever lace up a glove. That's what we talking about, man. I need y'all to put some respect on Muhammad Ali's name. Y'all got to put some respect on Muhammad Ali's name. I know Muhammad Ali is no longer here. He can't speak for himself. But here on Boxing Legends Lounge, we're going to speak for Muhammad Ali. Listen, there's no disrespect to Usyk. I think, like I said, I think Usyk is a great fighter. I think Usyk is a great fighter, but I just don't think that right now he deserves the title as the greatest heavyweight of all time. Are we forgetting, y'all? Are we forgetting about Mike Tyson? All right, I know we all know what happened with Evander Holyfield, but that's besides the point, right? That's besides the point. We know he got knocked out by Buster Douglas. That's besides the point. I don't think that Usyk would have been able to beat Mike Tyson. I think Usyk is great, but I don't think he would have been able to beat Mike Tyson. I don't think he would have been able to beat Evander Holyfield. Listen, arguably, I like Lennox Lewis too, but that's debatable as well too. There was a lot of heavyweight champions out there that we forget. Are we forgetting the history of boxing? We can't forget about the history of boxing, y'all. We have Muhammad Ali. We had Joe Frazier, right? George Foreman, Lennox Lewis. Come on, like I can keep going. We had great champions, Sonny Liston. The disrespect, that's what I'm talking about, right? The disrespect is diabolical, y'all. We have some great champs out here. Again, I'm not knocking the resume. Look, he beat Tyson Fury twice. Okay. He beat Anthony Joshua. Great. He beat Daniel Dubois. I get it. But if we're gonna say that Usyk is the greatest of all time, then who did Daniel Dubois fight outside of Anthony Joshua? Who did Daniel Dubois fight outside of Anthony Joshua, where we could say, okay, because he beat Daniel Dubois twice, we automatically now got to put him up there as the greatest heavyweight of all time. Man, we got to start putting respect on the Boxing Legends. That's why we call it Boxing Legends and Lounge at the end, right? Because we can't forget about the legends from previous times. We can't forget about those who paved the way for us. Now, there's a difference between being the greatest heavyweight champion of all time and and saying, okay, he might be the most skillful. He might be the most skillful heavyweight champion of all time, but just because he's the most skillful doesn't make him better. Does that make just because Usyk might be the most skillful doesn't mean that he's better than Muhammad Ali. I don't think he has better footwork than Muhammad Ali. I don't think that he has better fluidity than Muhammad Ali. So listen, I think a lot of times we get caught up with losses and wins because Muhammad Ali had some losses. But Muhammad Ali was also a champ inside the ring and outside the ring. Let's not forget about that. Muhammad Ali was the people's champ. He was culturally, right, having an impact. So when we talking about the greatest heavyweight champion of all times, man, listen, I need y'all to put some respect on Muhammad Ali's name, y'all. Put some respect on Muhammad Ali's name. Put some respect on George Foreman's name. Put some respect on Joe Frazier's name. I don't think that listen, I'll even say this. I don't even know if Usyk would have been able to take Joe Frazier's punches. I don't know. You know, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like we would never know. But we can't dismiss that we can't dismiss the legends that came before us, y'all. We can't do that. We can't do that, y'all. We can't disrespect the legends that came and paved the way for a lot of these fighters coming up. We can't. I think Usyk, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. I think Usyk is a great fighter. I think he's very technically sound. I think he has great IQ. I think he has great boxing generalship, right? Ring generalship. I believe that he has all those tools. And that's not to say, that's not to say that he's not maybe top 10. But we talking about top 5. Usyk as top 5 is diabolical. Hey, listen, man, if anybody want to come up and speak and talk about this, man, y'all can come up. I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you want to come up, listen, come up and speak with me. Come tap in with me, right? Usyk. Now let's talk about the fight. Let's talk about the fight now. I thought in the beginning, Daniel Dubois was looking real good. He was looking strong, right? So disrespectful, yeah. So disrespectful, right? So disrespectful. And don't get me wrong. I think what he is doing and what he has done is very commendable, right? It's very commendable. He's literally wiping out the heavyweight division. Like I said, he beat Tyson Fury twice. He beat Tyson Fury twice. He beat Daniel Dubois twice. He beat Anthony Jones. So his resume is solid. He has beaten world-class champions. He has beaten Hall of Famers. So I'm not going to disrespect him. I don't think what I'm saying is a shot towards him. I just say, wait, hold on. Let's pump the brakes a little bit on talking about he's the greatest of all time. Can we do that? Can we do that at least? Can we just look? He might be in somebody's top 5. That's cool. He's not in my top 5 because I still got Muhammad Ali. I got Mike Tyson. We got Evander Holyfield. We got Lennox Lewis, Joe Frazier. You know, we got this. Listen, there's a lot of guys that paid the wave, and we gotta respect those legends, man. Muhammad Ali was out here doing the shuffle on, like, what has Usyk created? Muhammad Ali was out here doing the shuffle, the rope-a-dope, right? Doing the rope-a-dope. This is what I'm saying. Like, we can't dismiss. And a lot of times in boxing, we got a lot of casual fans out there in boxing. Got a lot of casual fans out there. Because people will look at your record and say, oh, Muhammad Ali took some losses. All the greats take losses. That, no disrespect to Floyd Mayweather, but the whole Floyd Mayweather, not losing to anybody. Listen, that doesn't make you the greatest fighter of all time. I believe Floyd is the greatest of my generation, at least I can say, right? I believe Floyd was a masterful fighter. But one will argue and say Floyd wasn't better than Sugar Ray Leonard. Some people would say that he wasn't better than Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, right? Like people, when we talking about the greatest of all times, man, we gotta make sure that we doing our homework before we start just throwing titles out there. Y'all know the saying where they say entitlement, titles bring entitlements. So we gotta be careful with the titles that we giving people without doing our research and our homework. Again, I don't have him as my top 5. Now, can he get there? Absolutely. Depending on what else he keeps doing. But Usyk, he's not a spring chicken. Usyk is 38 years old. So how much more does he have in the tank? How much more does Usyk have in the tank, y'all? So that's something that we got to keep an eye out on, right? Like I said, I don't think that he is. I'm not going to say he's not deserving to be in the top 5, but I don't think he's number 1. Right? He may be number 1 in someone else's book. Just like some people don't think that LeBron is number 1. Some people believe Jordan's the number 1. All right. But listen, let's talk about this fight, though. Let's talk about the fight. I don't know if y'all seen this fight, but I had I had Dubois. I thought he was doing pretty good in the first couple of rounds. Thought he was landing some good shots. He looked strong, but there was something that I noticed when I was watching Dubois train. It was something that I was noticing when he was training. He looked real heavy on his feet. It's like he was in sand. And when you fighting a guy like Usyk, you got to be able to move. You got to be on your toes. You got to be, because look, Dubois is this big, massive guy, muscles. I was always taught this in boxing. It takes more energy out of you to miss than to land a punch. It takes more energy out of you to miss a shot than to land a punch. Especially if you this big, massive guy and you just rely just strictly on power. I don't believe that. I knew that Daniel Dubois did not have the skill set, a full range of skill sets to beat Usyk. Now, this is the heavyweight division. Now, we know in the heavyweight division, it's not really too much about skills. You know, most heavyweight fighters depend mainly on their power. That one shot knockout. Like Tyson. Was Tyson the most skillful fighter? One would say no, but his power was the equalizer. Man, Tyson was knocking people's heads off, y'all. Tyson was knocking people out to freaking 3 weeks. Right? I don't know if I wanted to fight Tyson. Would y'all fight Tyson? I don't know, man. Tyson was different. Man. I would have went in there and took a dive real quick to get my check and go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Tyson was different. But was Tyson the most skillful fighter? No. I think he was probably underrated as an athlete. Now, I think he was a lot faster than what most people thought he would be for his size. But was he the most skillful? I don't think he was the most skillful. He just knew how to use the tools that he had to his best advantage. And sometimes in boxing, that's really what it is, right? Because we know that styles make fights, right? Styles make fights. So one would say, well, he beat that person, but he lost to this person. But that person that he beat was nowhere near this person's level. How he lose to this person? Because styles make fights. Anybody can get caught with a good shot. Anybody can get caught with a good shot at any point in time. Any point in time. Listen, if y'all here, all I ask y'all to do is hit the like button for me. If y'all here, if y'all tapped in with us, right? If you tapped in on the live, just hit the like button for me. Just hit the like button. And then share the link out with everybody, right? Share the link out with your peoples and all that. Tell them to log on. This is Boxing Legends Lounge, man. If they don't know, they're gonna know. If they're not familiar, they're gonna get familiar. Right. So let's keep going, right? So I think Usyk was just too much, or he had too much in his arsenal for Daniel Dubois. Like I said, Daniel Dubois looked very heavy. And if y'all know as fighters, right, the heavier you are, and if you're not conditioned right, if you didn't have a training camp and that cardiovascular is up and you're not able to kick into that second or third win, man, it's gonna be a long night. It'll be a short night, but it'll feel long. It'll feel long. I remember when I remember my first amateur fight, right? My first amateur fight, it felt like I was in there. It felt like I was in there for like 3 hours. But it was the fastest fight ever, right? Because we got 3 minute rounds. But it was the fastest fight ever. But it felt crazy because at that time, I wasn't in boxing shape. I was in shape, but I wasn't in boxing shape. Right? I wasn't in boxing shape. And the worst thing you do not want to do, y'all, is fight when you tired. Because when you start fighting when you tired, you can't even think straight. You can't even think straight. You forget your name and everything. You can't even think straight. So when I say that Daniel Dubois didn't have the skill set, it's not to say that Daniel Dubois is not a good fighter or he's not a decent fighter. However, people want to measure him. I just didn't think that he had the skill sets to beat Usyk. I believe that Usyk was going to be a very calculated fighter. He's going to be very calculated. He was going to take his time. And he was doing a lot of countering as well, too. I think Daniel Dubois was just betting on one shot, which was that right hand. Betting on that one shot to get him out of there. Or a body shot. But see, here's the thing. Everybody thought that Daniel Dubois was going to get him out with a body shot. But Usyk already knew that. So what he did was he kept his range. He moved. He was moving laterally because he knew, like, okay, yeah, I know y'all going to want to try to get to my body. So let me move. And when I move, you know, I step back and I catch you with a nice counter shot. Catch you with a nice counter shot. Listen, again, Usyk fought a great fight. He fought a hell of a fight. I just do not have him right now at my number one. We talking about the GOAT. Usyk is not there, y'all. For me, at least, he's not there. Can he get there? Possibly so. He could definitely probably get there for sure. But he's not my number one guy. Now, let's get to the knockout. When Usyk caught Daniel Dubois with that hook shot. First of all, Daniel Dubois, he left himself exposed. He was also, I could feel, or I sensed that he was tired. And I knew that it was a matter of time he was going to get hit with a good shot. Then he got dropped twice. When he got dropped the first time, I said, yeah, it's over. I was like, yeah, it's over. It's over. Them legs, I told you, them legs was looking like sandbags. Them legs was looking real, real heavy. And Daniel Dubois, again, he's a flat-footed fighter. Daniel Dubois only know how to fight one way, and that's to walk you down. He can't fight going backwards. He cannot fight going laterally. And Usyk was using all of the ring to his advantage. He knew that he was the faster guy. He had more stamina. He was more agile. Let me let y'all know this. Muscles don't win fights. So you could be the biggest guy in that room. You could be the biggest guy in the ring that night. Doesn't mean you're going to win. How many of y'all, listen, chat, how many of y'all done seen some of the biggest dudes fall? We done seen some of the biggest dudes get knocked out. Especially if you was outside like that, we done seen some of the biggest dudes fall. So just because you big does not mean you're going to win this fight. Just because you might have more muscle than me doesn't mean that you're going to win this fight. If you're not in tip-top shape, it might be a quick night for you, right? If you're not in tip-top shape, if you don't work out, it's going to be so muscles don't win fights. But a lot of heavyweight fighters today, they believe because they got all this muscle on them that they're going to win. And Usyk said, listen, you can take all your muscles and all that. You still ain't going, you're going to get this work. You're going to get this work. I don't care how tight your shirts is, right? You know, they be having a schmedium. They be having a schmedium. So that way you can see how big they are and see their frame. This is not a schmedium. Right? This ain't a schmedium. But it look like a schmedium, right? Right? But look, Usyk said, I don't care how much muscles you have. I don't care what you bring to the table. You're not going to beat me. This is going to happen. If you want to do it again, this is going to happen. It's going to happen again. And that's exactly what happened on Saturday night. I just thought the control, Usyk using his jab, feinting, using his legs, I thought that was good. I thought that was solid. And I knew at some point in time, Daniel Dubois was going to fade. He was going to fade away. So again, do I have him as my top 5? Nah, can't put him there. That would be disrespectful to all the greats that came before us. That would be disrespectful to all the greats that came before us. Now, what's next? Who would I like to see? Usyk fight? I want to see him fight Parker. I want to see Usyk and Parker fight because that's going to be 2 technicians in the ring because Parker is a very technical fighter. I want to see how Usyk look when he's matched up against somebody that's just as skillful or better. That's what I want to see. That's why when Tyson fought Evander Holyfield, that's why everybody wanted to see that fight. Because the real deal Holyfield, he was putting people on their backs. Right? He wasn't, he had size and he was fit just like Tyson. And that's what made it a great fight, because we said stylistically, both of these dudes is knocking people out. Both of them skillful. Both of them got athleticism. So everybody was like, man, who's gonna win this fight? That's what made it interesting. And y'all seen what happened. Tyson was getting frustrated. Now one would say, well, you know, the real deal Holyfield was using that head. He was headbutting him. Right? But I also think that Tyson was a little frustrated as well, because he was looking at self as well too. He was looking at somebody that wasn't afraid of him. He was looking at somebody that was not afraid of him. You know, the best fighter to fight is someone who thinks that you are going to be afraid of them, but you show them that you're not. Right? And Evander Holyfield, he wasn't afraid of Tyson. Lennox Lewis wasn't afraid of Tyson. That's what made those fights interesting. I want to see Usyk go against Parker. I think that's going to be a great fight. I think that's going to be dope. I think that's going to be good because now, again, you get to see two technicians go at each other. Two technicians. Get to see two technicians go at each other. That's like Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis. The reason why Lamont Roach had the success that he had against Tank is because he wasn't afraid of him. Right? He wasn't afraid of him. He said, I'm going to stand right here. I'm the bigger guy. I'm just as skillful as you. I probably hit with the same power as you. But if you throwing power, I'm going to throw power. If you walk to me, I'm going to walk to you. Like, there was no fear in Lamont Roach versus Tank. There was no fear at all. And that's what made it interesting. And that's something that Tank was not used to. Tank is used to being the big bully of the fight, when he know that people are scared of him. But what you do when somebody is not scared of you? What do you do when somebody says, look, I don't care what you got. I don't care how hard you hit, brother. I don't care how hard you hit, brother. I'm going to keep walking you down. You're going to have to knock me out. Literally, you're going to have to knock me out. You're going to have to put me on my back. And so be it. If that happens, then so be it. I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take that. If you're just going to have to knock me out. I don't think that Daniel Dubois versus Usyk, like, I know people was talking about his mindset and this, that, and the other. And there's a new Daniel Dubois coming out. But I just don't think Usyk respected Daniel Dubois to a certain degree. I think he just knew that this was lunch food. I believe he knew, like, hey man, I'm gonna get this guy out of here. The whole press conference, he was calm and collected. He knew. I felt like Usyk knew it was going to be the same amount he was going to win, and it probably was going to be worse. Like the last fight, people accused Daniel Dubois for quitting. Now, sometimes what happens is, yeah, you can have the mindset, but some things just don't leave that mind, right? Some things just don't leave. So there could have been a flashback moment that he had in it. It's like, oh man, I remember getting hit with this shot. All right. But I want to see Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. I think that's going to be Usyk versus Parker. I think that's going to be a good fight. I like that fight. I really do. I really like that fight. All right. I may give it to Usyk, but I still think it's a great fight for boxing. I think they need to make that fight happen somehow, some way. They need me to promote it. We're gonna promote it here on Boxing Legends Lounge, right? We need to get that fight, Parker versus Usyk. Let's get to what else? We listen. There was so many good fights. I didn't even talk about this. I didn't even mention this one. Fandora versus Tim Tszyu. Jeez. Shout out to Fandora. Fundora, that's a big dude, man. Fundora's a big dude. Man, Fundora is 6'5". Lanky, long arms. Lanky. Imagine you fighting somebody 6'5". I don't know how tall some of y'all may be on here that's watching, but imagine fighting somebody 6'5", just long arms. I thought, like, so now the first fight that they had, people were saying, "Oh, Tim, it wasn't fair because Tim Tszyu, they had their head clash and they got headbutt, and Tim Tszyu probably would have won, and this, that, and the other." I was telling people this whole time, and I like Tim. I think Tim is a great fighter. I think Tim is really dope. I was telling people, I said, he's fighting. Y'all got to remember, he's fighting somebody that's 6'5", long arms. Tim Tszyu is, matter of fact, let's look up how tall is Tim Tszyu. Let's look at that. All right, let's look at that. Let's use Google real quick. All right, how tall is Tim Tszyu? I think he got to be at least like 5 something. 5'9". 5'9", y'all. Tim Tszyu is 5'9", fighting somebody 6'5". Oh man, Tim Tszyu is 5'9", fighting somebody 6'5". 5'9", fighting somebody 6'5". Man, listen. And it's not like Tim Tszyu is one of the bigger guys. He's a small guy. He's a small 5'9". It's not like he got all his massive size and all his big power and everything like that. But you're fighting somebody that's 6'5", that's this tall, right? Then you got to work your way in. You got to work your way in. You got to work yourself. And that was easier said than done. Because one would say, well, he got to work himself. He got to move his head. He got to slip. But when you eating that jab from somebody that barely have to take a step, he just could take a little boom and catch you. Boom, catch you. You know, he could throw a hook off the jab. Boom, boom, throw the hook off the jab. Every time that you're trying to come in. And Fundora, he was using his reach, he was using his length. He was fighting, and then he was throwing bombs on top of that. And shout out to Tim Tszyu, man. Shout out to Tim Tszyu. If Tim Tszyu ever listened to this, shout out to you, brother, for being honest and being real. He went in his corner. He went in the corner. He said, "Man, listen, I'm no good to go back out there. I'm no good to go back out there." People said, "Man, he quit." Man, listen, sometimes you live to see another day. You fight to see another day. And that's what Tim Tszyu did. And he gave Fundora all the respect. He gave Fundora all the respect. He gave Fundora all the respect. He said, "Man, he's a hell of a fighter." He said, "That dude's a bad dude." He said, "He's a bad dude. It's a bad mofo." Right? So I want to see. I know everybody was talking about Errol Spence versus Fundora. I don't even know. I don't even know if I like that for Spence. I like Spence. Spence is one of my favorite fighters. But we all know Spence had the crazy car crash. And Spence going to be the same. Then we know that I think it's 2 years. I think it's been 2 years now since he last stepped in the ring with Bud Crawford. I don't know if Spence can take that. I don't know if Spence can take that type of heat. I don't know if Spence can we just don't know if he's the same. I like Fundora and I like Spence. I think if you just want to talk about names of boxing, yeah, that's a great headliner. That's a great main event, right? But I don't think Fundora and Spence really make sense to me. Outside of just the names, because again, we don't know how Spence we don't know how Spence recovered from everything. Man, let me tell you, like when Bud fought Spence, y'all, to this day, that fight is still hard for me to go back and watch. Bud beat Spence down like he was his child. He put belt to ass. He put belt to ass, man. And he told Spence, he said, I'm going to beat you like you one of my kids. Imagine another man tell you, I'm going to beat you like you one of my kids. And then go ahead and actually do it. That's crazy work. Again, Spence is one of my favorite fighters, man. But that's a fight. That's a fight for me that's hard to watch. That's hard for me to watch that fight, man. I be wanting to go back to watch it, but I can't. I really can't, y'all. That's one of the hardest fights for me to go back and watch. And it's crazy because at that time, you know, no disrespect to Bud. Bud Crawford is definitely, Terrence Crawford is definitely, you know, my favorite fighter of this generation right now. But I had Spence at the time beating Bud. Because I just thought at the time, I said, you know, Bud kind of leaves himself open for certain shots. And I thought Spence would be able to capitalize off it. But Bud definitely proved me wrong. That's why I can't say Bud is going to lose to Canelo. Because if I would have bet some money on that fight with him and Spence, man, I would have lost money. People was throwing bets at me. They like, man, put up 2 bands. I'm like, nah, I'm not. It was enticing though. It was very enticing. I was close. I said, nah, I can't do that. I don't know. Good thing I didn't. Good thing because I would have lost all my money, man. I would have lost all my money. I would have been mad. I would have been mad. If Spence would have, listen. If I would have betted on that fight between Terrence Crawford and Spence, I would have lost all my money. I know people that lost, they lost 20,000, 30,000. I know someone that betted their Ferrari on that fight. This is why I say, like, boxing right now, it's hard to call. It's hard to call. Right? And we got Bud and Canelo coming up in September, but I don't know if Bud going listen. If y'all ask me my take on that fight, I give Canelo 55, Bud 45. But I'm not going to bet against Bud. I can't. When I say bet against him, I can't rule him out and say he don't have no chance. The only reason why I give Canelo that 55% is because of the weight, right? That weight, that like Bud is moving up 3 weight classes to go and fight Canelo. Canelo's been at this weight division for a long time, dominating at this weight division for a long time. Now I know people say, well, Canelo don't know how to cut off the ring right, and Bud just going to outbox him. Let me tell y'all something. When I first was boxing, in my amateurs, I was fighting at 165. Right now, I'm 220 pounds. I don't feel 165. Let's say that. I don't feel crazy heavy because of the type of workouts that I do, but I can definitely can tell that I'm not 165. I can tell that I'm not 165. So depending on how Bud conditioned himself, you know, it may be a hard task. Like them, I don't think y'all realize, right? Like fighting 3 minutes a round is crazy, especially if you're not in shape. So we may look at it on TV and be like, oh man, it's only 3 minutes. Now 3 minutes is a long time. 30 seconds is a long time, right? Especially if you tired and you throwing bombs or you tired, but the one person, your opponent is just throwing straight bombs at you. You're like, man, where'd he get all this energy from? you spending more energy trying to dodge punches and trying to get out the way. You spending more energy doing that. So this is why I'm saying, like, you know, I think Bud Crawford, you know, fighting. I think Bud fighting Canelo. I think it's a great fight. I think it's great for boxing. But I got it 50. This is me personally. I got it 55 Canelo, 45 Bud. So I just think the weight might be a factor. And Canelo, he know how to beat at your arms, beat at your body. I don't know if the body shots may take an effect, right? So we have to see, because I don't think when Bud fought Madrimov, that wasn't his, to me personally, that wasn't his best performance. He looked a little slower because of the weight. I thought he handled himself very well, but there's little things that can be, and it could be small things. There's little things that can make or break a fighter, right? But you see, the reason why I can't cancel out Bud is because I like what Bud said when Bud was being interviewed. Bud said, I don't got to knock him out. I just got to win. When he said that, I said, oh man, I gotta bring the percentage up now. I have to bring the percentage up. Now I had to give Bud 45%. I had to give Bud 45%. Because when he said that, he said, listen, I don't gotta knock him out, I just gotta beat him. And when he's saying I just gotta do whatever it takes to win, I just have to have the right game plan to beat him. I don't have to knock him out. That's why there's a point system. Right? That's why there's a point system. So when he said that, I was like, oh man, I said, nah, Bud. I said, Bud is a smart man. Because most people, they're going in and say, all right, I got to knock this dude out. Canelo has never been knocked out before. Canelo has never been knocked out before. He's never hit the canvas. Think about that. Even Floyd glove hit the canvas a little bit, swipe at the canvas a little bit. I've never seen, if anybody could pull up a footage, Canelo being dropped. I seen him stumble. I seen him with some wobbly legs, but I've never seen Canelo hit the canvas, y'all. Never seen Canelo hit the canvas. So that's an interesting fight. But the reason why I mentioned Bud is because we're talking about Spence and Fundora potentially fighting. The type of beating that Spence took, I don't know if him fighting, jumping up, coming back right away and fighting Fundora would be now, again, Spence is one of my favorite fighters. Definitely pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters in this era of this generation. But can he match up with the power, the length, the speed of Fundora? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if Spence would be able to withstand all of that. I hope he can prove me wrong. I like him. But Fundora got such a bright future. And he's learning as he go as well too. He's going to learn how to continue to perfect that jab because of his reach. He's 6'5". Y'all know what it is to have to fight somebody 6'5". Long arms. Talking about wingspan. Like both of my arms is his wingspan, right? Both of my arms is one of his arms. Both of my arms is one of his arms. And I'm like 6'1". I am probably like 6'1", 6'1 and a half. Let's throw the half in there. I'm like 6'1 and a half. We're gonna put that half in it. All right. We're gonna put that half in it. All right. But I think if we're talking about names and what's going to generate money, because look, Spence got a great story, right? He had a car accident, he took a bad loss to Terrence Crawford. So people gonna be like, all right, let's see how he look now. Let's see how he look. So it makes sense on paper. But do I think am I interested in watching? I mean, I would watch it, but I would want to see Fundora in there with probably somebody else, right? Definitely. I thought that. Let's talk about Bam. Bam, bam, bam. That's a bad young man. Bam Rodriguez. That's one of my favorite fighters. Bam is a bad man, y'all. Bam is a bad man. Bam is on a mission. Shout out to his corner. They had a great game plan. I felt like Bam came in there, he executed. It got rough in there, got a little rugged in there, and I like that, right? I like to see when fighters have a little pressure against them. So I like to see what they made of. I like to see what their character looked like. And when it was getting rugged, Bam was like, all right, cool. Bam was like, yeah, let's go, let's work. Right? I like that. Like, yeah, let's go. He bit down and said, okay, let's work. He didn't just run off. So okay, we here, we gonna fight. And I think Bam has all the tools. Bam is next up, y'all. Mark my words when I say this. Bam is next up. I would love to eventually see Bam fight a Devin Haney. I would love to see Bam fight Devin Haney. That would be a good fight. Bam fighting Devin Haney, I think that would be good. I think eventually seeing him getting in there with Shakur, maybe. I think those are good fights, right? Potentially, like Ryan Garcia, like this, as he starts to develop and then he gets his weight, he starts maturing into his weight, his strength, his man strength, and like that. Telling you, y'all heard it here on Boxing Legends Lounge. Bam is next up, man. Bam is next up. Mark my words when I say that. Bam is next up. Bam is that guy. Bam is coming. Little Bam. I could tell he probably was bad when he was little. Bam was probably little bad, just running around, right? Running around, destroying everything. He's strong. Right? Bam is strong, man. I like Bam. I think Bam got a lot. I think Bam got a lot to offer. I would love to eventually see Bam Rodriguez in there with Devin Haney. I would love to see that. I would love to see that fight. I think that would be good for boxing. I think that would be good for the culture. Some people would say, well, he might not be ready, but I love Bam. I love Bam, man. Listen, if y'all tapped in with us at Boxing Legends Lounge, man, only thing I ask for y'all, listen, hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Let's make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button, please, please, please. We ask y'all, right? We don't got no like counts, y'all. We don't got, just hit the thumbs up button. That's it. That's all I ask y'all. Hit the like button, man. Smash the like button, please, please, please. All right. That being said, listen. Boxing Legends now is the new. No, I'm trying to tell them, let them know. Let them know. Boxing Legends Lounge, man, we're going to take over. I promise y'all, listen, it's going to be the hottest podcast in the streets. We're going to be for the culture. I mean, I got to say it to the mic. We're going to be in the culture. All right. We're going to be for the culture out here, man. All right. We're going to be for the culture. But check this out, right? Bam Rodriguez, we said Bam Rodriguez is next up. And we gotta talk about the return of Manny Pacquiao. We gotta talk about Pac-Man. We gotta talk about Pac-Man. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go on record and say, I believe Pacquiao won that fight. I believe Manny Pacquiao won that fight. Let me say it with my chest. I believe Manny Pacquiao won that fight. They robbed my man Manny Pacquiao, man. I know what the box score numbers, I know what the box number says, but I believe that in a fight of that magnitude, I believe that this should have been a winner versus a draw. And the reason why I'm going to say that, right? The reason why I say I think Manny Pacquiao should have won that, if you want to go by the numbers, okay, then we can call it a draw. But if we want to talk about just straight, if we want to look at the totality of everything, I believe there has to be a winner in that fight. It's either you're going to give it to Bam or you give it to Manny Pacquiao, right? And the reason why I say I will go with Manny Pacquiao is because we think about Manny Pacquiao has been off for 4 years. 4 years Manny Pacquiao has been out of boxing. Manny Pacquiao is like 80 years old. Manny Pacquiao is like 80 years old, y'all. He's like 80 years old. All right? Manny Pacquiao was like 80 years old, and he went 12 rounds. Let me not disrespect him too crazy. No, but we all know Manny Pacquiao is like, what, 46? About 46 years old. And he went in there with a young boy, and he hung in there 12 rounds, didn't get dropped. He didn't get dropped. He didn't look hurt. He might have felt some punches, but he didn't look hurt. And I believe if y'all watch that fight, if y'all didn't watch that fight, go back and watch that fight. Y'all gonna see exactly what I'm saying. I believe Pacquiao. He definitely looked 46. He definitely looked 46. He didn't look 26. He definitely looked his age. But that's not even a disrespect to him. That's actually a compliment to him. And I'm gonna tell you why. To be 46 years old and to go 12 rounds with a 34-year-old who's an active fighter and a world champion at that. Let me say that one more time. To be 46 years old, to fight against an active fighter who's 34 years old, a champion at that, and to go 12 rounds with him. Don't get wobbled, don't get dropped, no nothing. Might have felt some sting. Might have felt some punches, might have took some good shots. I felt like Mario Barrios, and Mario, if you ever listening to this, if you ever see this video, listen, when you get in that fight, young man, right? When you get in that, man, listen, all that respect go out the window. I felt like Mario Barrios gave Pacquiao too much respect. I feel like Mario Barrios gave Manny Pacquiao way too much respect. And it showed. It showed. He didn't look at Manny Pacquiao, the fighter. He looked at Manny Pacquiao, the idol, the icon. That's what he looked like. That's what he looked at Manny Pacquiao. He didn't look at Manny Pacquiao as a fighter. He got in there and was starstruck. And maybe he was saying to himself, man, he's 46 years old. Do I really want to make him look bad? That's Manny Pacquiao. Now, you get in that ring with me and you tell me that you can beat me, I'm going to show you that you can't. And if you get knocked out in the process, then you just get knocked out in the process. If you get knocked out in the process, then you just get knocked out in the process. You know what? I'm going to make – because I want to stop you before anybody else stop you before it get too bad. I will try to stop you before it gets too bad. That's what if I'm Mario Barrios, that's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. I'm the world, and I would have took this as listen, I would have took it as I wouldn't say a disrespect. You can take it as disrespect, but how I would have had to prepare myself, I would have took it as disrespect. Maybe Mario Barrios didn't take it as disrespect. Maybe he looked at it as a compliment, like, oh, he want to fight me. I would have took it as disrespect. Like, you really think you being 80 years old, you're going to come in this ring and you think you're going to beat me? I would have took that as disrespect. Maybe Mario Barrios didn't take that as disrespect, but I think, me personally, I think I would have took that as disrespect. I'm the world champion right now at this weight division. You telling me you want to come in here and beat me? Nah, man. We will listen. Before it get even worse than what it is, I'm trying to get you out of here in the first round. I want to make you look and feel old. I feel like Mario Barrios was giving Manny Pacquiao way too much respect. I think there was just too much respect there. I thought Mario Barrios could have pressed the issue. I think he was betting on Pacquiao getting tired, and he felt like, okay, when he get tired, I'm gonna slow him down. Now I'm the younger guy here, right? I'm the younger guy here. So I'm gonna use my youth and my legs to my advantage. I'm already saying to myself, you can't go the distance with me. If I'm Mario Barrios, that's how I'm thinking. There's no way you're gonna be able to take my power. There's no way you're gonna be able to take my speed. There's no way you're gonna be able to take my pressure. People say, "Oh, he was looking at him like Manny, like he looked up to Manny and he grew up watching Manny and stuff like that." You step in that ring with me, I don't care. You could be 65. I'm gonna make you feel 65, right? I'm gonna make you feel 65. I'm not in here just to collect a check. So that's why I said he looked at Manny Pacquiao as Manny Pacquiao, the icon. He didn't look at Manny Pacquiao, the fighter. That's my opinion, right? Because his lack of aggression displayed that. His lack of aggression displayed that. His lack of aggression displayed that he didn't look at Manny Pacquiao as Manny Pacquiao, the fighter. He looked at Manny Pacquiao as the icon, the legend. I don't want to hurt my legend. I don't want to hurt the man that I looked up. And he's 46. Listen, Manny, I'm doing you and I both a favor. You just going to go to bed a little bit early today. All right? You're going to get your rest. All right? You had a long training camp. You've been training really good. You've been training really hard for this fight. I can't let you. Y'all know 12 rounds? 12 rounds for 3 minutes? 12 times 3 is what? That's what, 36? It's 36. There's no way in the world you fighting me for that long, brother. You may get 6 minutes. 36 out of the question. 36 out of the question. You ain't fighting me for 36 minutes. But shout out to Manny Pacquiao. I thought Manny Pacquiao he looked tremendous for his age. He was moving. Like I said, he looked 46, but Manny Pacquiao still had them angles, man. And that's the one thing that I always say about Manny Pacquiao, right? Yeah, people could say, oh, he got some flaws, and when he throw his shots, he open up and stuff like that. But the angles, and because he's older now, he's a lot wiser. Wait, I'm gonna tell y'all what got outside of Mario Barrios looking at Manny Pacquiao as Manny Pacquiao the legend. Manny Pacquiao also won that fight because of experience. He's been here before. He's been at that magnitude before. He's been at that stage before. He's been under the biggest light. He ain't that old. Listen, let me tell y'all something. In boxing age, that's an old man. In boxing age, 46 is old. 46 is old. And when you in like your mid-30s in boxing, they're already calling you Unc. They're already calling you Unc. When you hit like 34, 33, they're already calling you Unc in boxing. Oh yeah, there go Unc right there. Yo, Unc, what's up? Not only calling me no Unc, man. What's wrong with you? You lost your mind. You lost your mind. Don't call me no Unc. Don't call me no Unc. I'm still young, man. Usyk is just just the new great white hope for white boys. I remember when y'all were calling Rocky Marciano the GOAT. Oh, listen, I wasn't calling Rocky Marciano the GOAT, but some people saying right now that Usyk is the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. I disagree. I don't think that Usyk is the greatest. All right, Uncle Knuckles. Uncle Knuckles. Listen, I don't think Usyk is the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. I just think he has more work to do. What do y'all think? I don't even have Usyk, like I said earlier. I don't even have Usyk as my top 5. I don't even have Usyk as my top 5. Because I think when people start saying that Usyk is better than Muhammad Ali, this is when I leave the room. Right? This is when I leave the room. When people start saying that Usyk is better than Muhammad Ali, it's diabolical. It's diabolical. I guess people have to try to put him up at this level. Maybe they saying it for, I don't know. He's starstruck. Are you talking about with Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao? Yeah, I believe Mario Barrios was definitely starstruck when he got in that ring with Pac-Man. I believe that wholeheartedly. I just felt like he could have pushed the issue. I felt like he could have pushed the issue. I think he could have really made Pacquiao work. And I don't know if he was afraid of saying, listen, I don't know. I don't want this old man knocking me out, right? And getting embarrassed in front of millions of people. But that comes with the sport. You can't think about that. I'm not even thinking about that, right? I know, I'm going to say to myself, I know that this dude cannot hang with, I know that this old man cannot hang with me. No disrespect to him. But that's, if I'm Mario Barrios, that's how I'm thinking. You can't look at Pacquiao as the icon when you get in there. I'm going to look at you as the icon and the legend when we done. But right here, right now, we got business, brother. Because you trying to take something that I have. You trying to take something that I think Barrios said he felt a little disrespected because he was like, this man has been out for 4 years. This man has been out for 4 years, and he's trying to come back and trying to take my title. Like, he think he could really beat me. And I think even as if I'm Mario Barrios, I'm not even cool. I'm not even cool with the draw. Because in my mind, I'm like, man, how did I let this man, no disrespect to Pacquiao, but how did I let this man who's 80 years old get a draw with me? This man is 80 years old, and I let this man get a draw with me. This man has been out of boxing for 4 years. And it came down to a draw. I'll be pissed off. I'll be pissed, man. Run that back ASAP. We need to get that back ASAP. Now, some say that fight was to set Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather to fight. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to see Floyd Mayweather back in that ring. And I listen. I definitely don't want to see him fighting Pacquiao again. Like, I don't like, you already beat him once. Some would say Floyd ran or whatever the case may be. Everybody has their, but we talking about, right? We talking about your favorite uncles at the barbecue fighting, thinking they 25. That's what we talk. That's what we talking about. Your favorite uncles at the barbecue fighting. I don't want to see Pac-Man and Floyd Mayweather get back in that ring. I don't want to see that fight. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not interested in watching that fight. I'm not interested in seeing Floyd and Pacquiao back in that ring. All right. I'm not in it. I don't even want to see Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. in the ring. Roy looked like he got it, and there's no disrespect. I love Roy. Roy was definitely one of my favorite fighters. Right? Y'all must have forgot. Right? Roy was definitely one of my favorite fighters. But I don't want to see Roy Jones Jr. in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. Roy looked like he got a bad hit, man. Roy looking like he walking on one leg. Now, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that fight. Now, is Roy trying to do it? Let me wipe up my camera a little bit. Is Roy trying to do it because he need a paycheck? I don't know. Is it going to make money? Yeah, it'll make money. But how many people really want to see it? I know Floyd will make it happen if the money is right, because Floyd love money. Floyd love money. So if the money is right, Floyd gonna go and he gonna like, all right, let's run this up. Let's run this up. But I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see my two favorite uncles at the barbecue fight. I don't want to see it. What's wrong with the seasoned folks winning nowadays? There's nothing wrong with the seasoned folks winning, but they need to sit down somewhere, right? Like when I say sit down, like, all right, that's like everybody talking about now. Look, I get it. People want to make money. It's entertainment and all this stuff like that. I'm just saying, I don't want to see. I'm gonna watch it, of course. I'm gonna definitely watch it. Come on, pay-per-view. I'm gonna spend my money. I'm gonna watch the fight because those are my two favorite fighters. But I don't want to see it. I'm not interested. They 50 years old. They're like 50 years old. I don't want to see no 50-year-olds, man, fighting. Because, as they say, boxing is a young man's sport. Now, I know when George Foreman came back and George Foreman won and stuff like that. Okay, cool. I don't want to see my two favorite fighters and they out there, they looking crazy, they looking bad, man. I don't want to see that. Like I said, when Pacquiao just fought, Pacquiao looked 46. Floyd, I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Floyd is 48 years old. I think he's 2 years older than Pacquiao. 48. Why do I want to see that? Now I'm not saying they like old men, like they can't do nothing. But I'm personally not interested in seeing that fight. Now, maybe other people are. Right? Maybe other people are. That's like Clarissa Shields and Layla Ali. I don't want to see Layla Ali get back in that ring. First of all, I like Layla Ali. I got the honors and privilege to be able to meet her and talk with her. I think she was a phenomenal boxer. Leave Clarissa Shields alone. Please. 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 I'm begging, if Layla Ali ever see this video, please, I beg of you, leave Clarissa Shields alone. I like Layla Ali. Like I said, I got the privilege and honor to meet her and to speak with her. But Clarissa is on a different type of time right now. I don't think there's nobody currently right now that can beat Clarissa Shields. Layla Ali is almost 50 herself. I think she's 47. Somebody pull that up and make sure I'm right. I think Layla Ali is 47 years old. And I kept seeing comments where people was like, well, she's still training. She's still working out. There's the difference between being just like physically fit and boxing fit or combat sport fit. It's two different things. It's two different things. You geek to fight a legend. Now, look, it makes sense. Now, here's my thing. If I'm Clarissa Shields, there's only but so much I'm gonna let you keep talking. Now, if you want to bring your You want to bring your happy ass up in here and then come do it, right? Come do it. I'll show you better than I can tell you. I'm not going to just keep letting you talk. Now, Clarissa Shields, she just put 15 million out there. They just put 15 million out. Look, Layla said she would get in the ring. She would consider getting back in the ring if she was offered 15 to 20 million dollars. Clarissa saw that and she said, "Oh, okay." I don't know if y'all seen the video. Let's see if I can pull it up. I don't know if y'all seen the video of it, but Clarissa Shields definitely put out there, hey, look, we got the 15 mil, and if you want to fight, let's do this right now. If you want to fight, let's do it right now. Look, I'm going to just show you. Look at Clarissa right now. Look at Clarissa. Look at this. Listen. Listen. I like Layla Ali. A draw for what? A draw for who? Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields? Are you talking about Layla Ali and Clarissa Shields? Because I need to know. I need to know what you took. I need to know what you in regards to what? Oh, that show they didn't want to give winner to the old head. Which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? Look. I'm gonna show y'all. Look. I'm gonna show y'all. Look at this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like. Layla, I'm here with my team. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million. Let's make a fight between me and you, the best versus the best. The greats versus the greats. The GOAT versus Muhammad Ali's daughter, Layla Ali. Let's make it happen. Mark, what else do we got?
Look, we have the two most prominent venues in this country, Cowboy Stadium, T-Mobile Arena, ready to go. They're extremely interested. We just have to finalize deals and dates with them. Most importantly, though, Ruben Branson, Win Records, thank you so much for supporting us, because that's what allows us to make this offer.
Thank you very much, Mark. Win Records' assignment was to bring forth $15 million. We have the $15 million for Layla. Let's make this fight happen.
That's what I'm talking about. So you saying we got the 15 million, we got the venue, and we got the dates. Now all we need is Layla Ali. Is he gonna make this fight happen or what? You asked for the 15 million and we delivered.
Oh, the GOAT has spoken. The GOAT has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. She said, we got the venue. We got the 15 million. You pulling up on what? I wish I was able to drop a bomb right now. She said, we got the 15 million. And on top of that, we got the venue too. So what you finna do? We got the 15 million. What you want to do? Because we got the 15 million. We got the 15 million. What you trying to do? You trying to get in this ring? Huh? What you trying to do? You trying to pull up or what? She said, we got the 15 mil. We got the 15 mil. She said, listen, you didn't think I was you didn't think I was going to see that? You didn't think I was going to see that clip? You didn't think I was going to see? You didn't think that clip was going to get back to me? Or you thought that you could just throw a number out there and we wasn't going to make it happen? Okay. She said, I'm going to get with my team, got with her team ASAP. Now, mind you, Clarissa got a fight this weekend. Clarissa Shields got a fight this weekend. On the 26th, this Saturday, she got a fight. And she said, look, we already got the venue for the next one. We already got the money for the next one. We already got, you pulling up a what? You pulling up a what? That's what I'm trying, listen, listen. I love Layla Ali. Don't get me wrong. I love her. I think Layla Ali is dope. I think Layla Ali was a great fighter. I think she had like I think she had 24 fights and 21 knockouts or something like that. I know her knockout ratio was crazy. But this is a different time, boy. This is a different time. Now, I'm not saying because boxing is anything. Anything can happen. I'm not saying that Layla can't go in there and Layla can't go put in the work. I'm not saying that. All it takes in boxing, we all know, it only takes one shot. All it takes is one shot. So I'm not saying that Layla don't have a puncher's chance. But I don't see Layla Ali beating Claressa Shields right now. I just don't see it. Maybe we want to talk about back in the days or whatever. That's an argument or debate. But we talking about presently right now. I think Layla Ali has been out of boxing for like 18 years. She's been out of boxing for over a decade. Like, listen, I just don't see Layla Ali beating Claressa Shields. This is what I just don't see it. I don't see Layla Ali beating Claressa Shields. I don't even see it being competitive. And I hope I'm wrong. So Layla, please forgive me, but I don't even see it being a competitive fight. I don't think Layla's gonna have the speed. I think Layla's gonna get in that ring and she's gonna feel exactly her age. She's gonna feel that layoff. She's 47. Trying to tell y'all, I think Layla's going to get in that ring, y'all. I think Layla's going to get in that ring, and she's going to feel all of that 47. She's going to feel all of that 47. She's going to get in there, and she ain't going to be able to. She barely. Because I'm trying to be good, y'all, because I love Layla Ali. So I'm trying to be careful. All right? I'm trying to be careful. I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happen. If anybody want to come up and politic with me and let me know how y'all feel about it, then come up. I invite y'all to drop the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up. I don't believe that Layla Ali, I don't see it. I don't see it. I like Layla Ali, man. I like her. I think she's dope. I think Layla Ali is dope. But I think right now, nobody's touching Claressa. I don't think there's no woman in boxing right now that is touching Claressa Shields. Shout out to the GOAT. She's my GOAT of this generation. I didn't really watch too much of Layla Ali coming up. Saw a few of her fights, but I don't want nothing crazy to happen to Layla. All right? I don't want nothing crazy to happen to her. I know some people believe that she could beat her. Some would say, hey, look, I think she can beat her. Even at Layla Ali's age right now. Some people think she'll be able to outbox Claressa or be able to knock Claressa out. I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. I don't see that happening, y'all. I don't see it happening. Layla Ali, much love to you. I want you to listen. If it's about the bag, go get your bag. That's 15 million. Go get your bag. Go get your bag. If it's really about the money, then go get your money. Go get your money. It is what it is. If you lose, you can say, hey, look, I was 47 and lost, but right? Right? But go get listen, you know how 15 million don't just come in anybody's lap. 15 million don't just come in anybody's lap. It don't just come in anybody and everybody's lap. Not everybody's just making 15 million. Not everybody's just making 15 million. So she could go get 15 million to fight. And the women's, and listen, remember, in women's boxing, it's only 2 minute rounds. So if they fighting 12 rounds and it's only 2 minutes, that's only 24 minutes. You made you made 15 million and 24 million. Listen, give me that bag. If you tell me to fight Floyd Mayweather right now for $15 million, I'm fighting Floyd Mayweather. I don't care. I'm fighting for. You tell me to get in there with Mike Tyson, I'm fighting Mike Tyson. 15 million. Some of that will go to medical bills. It's okay. Some of that will go to medical bills. It's all good. I'm good with that. Give me my 15. If you telling me I can make $15 million in a half hour, hey Mike, let me talk to you real quick. All right, this is the game plan. All right, you gonna swing, hit my chin just a little bit, right? And don't hit it too hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to hold on to some of this money too. All right, I'll break you off a little bit too. Just don't hit it too hard. All right, I'm getting in that ring. I'm getting in there. So I don't know if it's a money move for Layla Ali. I don't know if if it's more so like a legacy, like you talking too much. So now I gotta show you, young buck. I gotta show you better. I gotta show you. Right. I know a lot of my old timers out there. I know some of y'all listening, some of my old timers out there. Y'all rooting for the listen, that's okay. Sometimes we may feel like, hey, listen, we gotta show these YNs what's up. We gotta show these young bucks what's up. We gotta show them. Because they be running out the mouth a little too much. I'm gonna show you. All right. So I know some people rooting for Layla Ali. If they were to fight. I know a lot of the old timers. I done seen some of the comments like, man, y'all just don't know boxing. Y'all don't know how Layla Ali was. I would definitely take the first hit and quit for fit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You tell me to fight Mike Tyson right now. You listen, Mike, boom. Can I get my check, please? Can I get my check, please? No, I'm 15 million. Not everybody's coming across 15 million. Not everybody coming across 15 million. So Clarissa said, look, you called it, we got it. Now, what you gonna do? You called it, we got it. So now what you gonna do? We got the 15 mil here. We got the 15 mil. I don't know if Layla thought it wasn't gonna happen, but the 15 million and Layla hasn't responded yet. I don't want to see it though. I don't want to see it. I like Layla too much. I like Layla too much. I don't want to see it. But I will watch it. Now, Clarissa, if you lose this fight, you and I are gonna have to have a talk. We're gonna have to have a talk. Because you were talking all that smack and then you end up losing. All right. You were talking all that smack, talking about you gonna knock her out and all you're gonna put on her back and this, that, and the other. And if you end up losing, this like how I felt against Mario Barrios against Manny Pacquiao. I understand that they legends, but if you get in that ring and you get starstruck, we're gonna have a problem. Because they stepped in there to fight you. Because they thought in their minds that they could beat you. I'm gonna show you that your time has passed. I'm gonna show you that your time has passed. You shall pass too. I like Layla. Don't get me wrong. I like her. I'm having fun. I'm in my element. But if we talking strictly boxing at this point in time right here, I don't see any way on any planet, in any universe where Layla Ali beats Clarissa Shields. I don't see on any. I just don't see it, y'all. I don't see it. Again, I think Layla is a great fighter. She was a great fighter. That's like we asking Michael Jordan right now at his age to come back and play. Even when Michael Jordan came back and played on the Wizards, we saw a difference. He wasn't Air Jordan anymore. He was Land Jordan. He wasn't Air Jordan anymore. He was Land Jordan, right? We're gonna stay right away. We ain't going too high, right? We ain't going too high. We ain't going back up there, right? We ain't going back up there, right? We ain't going back up there. Even Jordan wasn't the same when he came back and he played for the Wizards. Now, remember, people could say, well, you know, Layla still stays in shape. You know, she be working out and stuff like that. Okay, great. See, it's different when you hitting the heavy bag and the heavy bag ain't hitting your back. That's what people don't understand. Like, it's easy when you hitting that heavy bag and the heavy bag don't hit. Bruce Lee said boards don't hit back. Bruce Lee said boards don't hit back. You can break whatever board with your head, your fist, your elbows, and your kneecap. They don't hit back. Now, having to go against somebody that's younger than you, quicker than you, potentially maybe hitting harder than you right now, that's a lot to ask for and for your body to respond to. And I'm not just talking as a casual, I'm talking with someone who's been in the ring and understand what it feels like to get in there and to get hit and to have to dish it back out. See, everybody loves to punch. Nobody likes to get hit back. Right? Everybody loves to punch, but nobody likes to get hit back. So we could throw punches all day. We could throw punches all day. Well, how many people want to get hit back? All right. I just don't think that I just don't see it happening. And again, this ain't no tea nor shade towards Layla Ali. She was great in her time. But there comes a point in time. I know some of the old heads too. They say, listen, we sometimes we got to come out of retirement just to let them know. Sometimes we got to come back out of retirement just to let them know. Now, I'm one of those, right? Because look, I'm going to give y'all. Not too long ago, right? I was outside, I was shooting hoops. You know, my little basketball court, you know, just minding my business, have my basketball court outside of the house and everything like that. The young boy rolled up on me. First of all, I was like, man, who are you? You can't just roll up on me like that. Who are you? Who are you, Chad? And the first thing that he said, he was like, I bet you I can beat you. Who are you talking to? You could beat who? He said, I bet you I can beat you. Now, I'm a little flabbergasted. I'm a little baffled, right? I'm a little baffled a little bit. Because I'm like, how dare you come to my property, roll your window down and tell me that you can beat me? Are you crazy? I said, young man, get out. I don't even know his age. I said, young man, get out. Get out. Get out the car right now. And what pissed me off even more, he was like, yo, I bet you I'll leave you on one. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, you want to leave me on one? Okay. All right. I got something for you. Belt to ass. Belt to ass. I got you. I got you right now. And that's exactly what happened. You know exactly what happened? I left him on one. 7-1. It's a quick game to 7-1. So shout out to all my OGs out there. Listen, don't let these young bucks think that they can outplay you and all that, man. Sometimes you gotta so shout out to Layla Ali. Go get your money, man. I'm just saying, for me, I didn't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Obviously, you know, basketball is different from boxing, but I can get the mindset. And the kid that played me, I think he was like 23 years old. I told him my age. He was like, ain't no way. I said, you know, I couldn't let him know, but my body was feeling it. I couldn't let him know, but my body was feeling it. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, I beat him with smarts. I beat him with experience. So shout out to all my OGs out there. Shout out to all the OGs out there that's holding it down, man. We ain't gonna just let you talk to us any kind of way. But I'm still young though, right? I'm a young OG. All right? I'm a young OG. I didn't get to Layla Ali. When I get to Layla Ali age, then that'd be different, right? Maybe I might have a different type of tone when I get up there. But right now, I'm not there yet. I got some years before I get all the way up there. But I could understand. The mindset. Like, yo, do you know what? But see, we be going based on what we used to do. We're not even thinking about who we are at that point in time. We're going back based on who we was 10, 20 years ago, y'all. Nah. I got, like I said, I got Layla Ali getting to work. I got Layla Ali getting to work. I'm sorry. If she proved me wrong, then hey, listen, I will come up on this live and I will literally say Layla Ali is the greatest woman boxer of all time. If she come on and do that, then I got no other choice. I got no other choice but to give her respect. Got no other choice. Listen, if y'all tapped in with us, with us, all I ask is y'all just hit the like screen. Just tap the like button. The like button is down there. Just tap the like button, y'all. Just hit that little thumb button right there on the side. Y'all should be able to see the thumb button on the side. Just hit the thumb button. Right? Hit the thumb button for me. We got 4 people in here. Right? Everybody should have hit that by now. But yeah, I like all the matchups. I like the spice. Look, I want boxing to get back to boxing. All this, I'm your friend, and we grew up together. Man, forget that, man. I don't care. Right? I don't care. I don't care if I grew up with you in a sandbox. If we got an opportunity to make some money, let's get in here. Let's fight, man. Let's get in here. Let's fight. I'll fight my own family member if I have to. I'll fight my own family member if I have to. Come on, man. We getting in here. Let's go make some money. You trying to knock me out? Yes. I'm trying to knock you. The faster I knock you out, the faster we can get to this money. All right. The faster I knock you out, the faster we get to this bread. I feel like boxing was in a place where a lot of people was ducking a lot of fighters. Right? So shout out to Turkey for coming in and shaking the boxing world up and making these fights happen and paying the fighters their money and making sure that these fights happen. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Make these fights happen. Make boxing great again. Make boxing great again, man. Because prior to that, everybody was trying to protect it. Everybody was afraid to lose a fight. And then, nah, let's fight. If you're the best and I'm the best, let's fight. So I actually like the whole, Clarissa Shields, Layla Ali. I like even with Floyd and Roy Jones Jr. going back and forth with each other. I like that as well too. I like that as well. The reason why I like it is because we seeing 2 fighters be like, yo, you nowhere near my level. I like that. I like that talking on Boxing Legends Lounge. We're going to talk that talk. Right? On Boxing Legends Lounge, we're going to talk that talk and we're going to keep it real. This is where we keep it real. We're going to talk that talk, man. So I believe wholeheartedly, right? I believe wholeheartedly that boxing right now is in a good space. I like it. Fighters is getting paid. Fighters is stepping up to the plate. I like where boxing is at right now. I don't know if everybody agree with that, but I like where boxing is at right now. Forget all the ducking. Let's fight. Let's lace them up. Shout out to Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. I don't know if that fight is still going on because I know they're talking about the drug testing and everything like that. But if that fight happens, shout out to them 2 fighters for making it happen. Both of them, I believe, is undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. It's a good fight. One got power, and the other one is extremely skillful in the ring. That makes a great fight. Can Devin take Brian Norman Jr.'s power? Will he actually fight? Or will he move around, or will he excessively move around because he doesn't want to get hit? Because he might be scarred from what happened with Ryan Garcia? Who knows? But I like it though. I like that these guys is getting in that ring, and I like the fact that these guys is putting on the gloves and making it happen. Let's make the best fights possible. Like I said, I want to see Usyk versus Parker. I don't want to see a trilogy between Usyk and Tyson Fury. He already beat you, Tyson. I know Tyson Fury. I won the last 2 fights. Nah, listen. Just like I believe Tyson Fury would beat Deontay Wilder every single time, I believe Usyk would beat Tyson Fury every single time. There's just some fighters that just have your number. And I think that Usyk just has Tyson Fury's number. He just knows how to beat him. He just knows how to beat him. And again, I like Tyson Fury. That doesn't mean that I'm saying that Tyson Fury doesn't have a chance. I just think that when you know a fighter, you know a fighter. You know, when you know him, you know him. And he's not scared. And here's the thing. Usyk is just as skillful, if not more skillful, than Tyson Fury. Usyk is just as skillful, if not more skillful, than Tyson Fury. In my humble opinion. That's what I believe. Now, it doesn't matter what I may believe, right? Because these guys got to go in there and they got to actually do it. But I don't want to see that. If the money is right, I get they'll do a trilogy. But I just don't think it makes sense for Tyson Fury and Usyk to get back in that ring for a trilogy. Just like we talk about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Some would say that it shouldn't have been a trilogy. But I actually thought that if Amanda Serrano didn't win both fights, she definitely won one out of the two fights. So that's why I said it makes sense for a trilogy. But for Usyk and Fury, I don't believe. I believe that Usyk clearly was the winner in both fights. I don't think that Tyson Fury won neither fight. That's just my opinion. That's just what I think from what I've seen, what I observed. So do I think that this should be a trilogy? No, I don't think this should be a trilogy. I think maybe Tyson Fury could go ahead and fight Daniel Dubois or go ahead and fight Anthony Joshua or somebody. But I don't think I'm not interested in him fighting Usyk again. I don't think that's where that's at for me. But we don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. We'll see how things play out. But listen, what a good time of boxing, man. Boxing is around. Boxing is lit. We got great fights coming up. Potentially, I don't know what's going on between Tank and Lamont Roach. But hopefully they get that under the ropes and make that happen. I can't wait to see that. That's what I really want to see. I want to see that rematch. I want to see how Tank handles that adversity. I want to see, this is the first time that Tank has been in a draw. So I want to see how Tank bounced back from a draw and fighting somebody that's truthfully not scared of you. Like Lamont has zero fears of Gervonta Davis. I can tell his mannerism, how he talk, even when he look at him, when he talk to him. Lamont Roach has, especially now that he been in there with him and he didn't get knocked out and he felt Tank's power and went the whole 12 rounds with Tank. Bro, I'm confident right now. But if he's overly confident, that can also hurt him as well, too. If Lamont go in that fight and he's overly confident, that can hurt him as well, too. Because then that means he's going to be accessible to certain shots that he may not see. He's going to be open to shots that he may not see if he go in there overly confident. And we all know that you can never go into a fight with Tank Davis overly confident. You can be confident, but you can't be overly confident, because when you overly confident and you just like totally disregard him on what he has done and what he has done in the sport and what he has done to people who got in that ring with him, then you definitely may be the next victim. You definitely may be the next victim. But I like that fight too. I like that fight. I also like potentially Lamont Roach fighting Shakur Stevenson. I like that fight too. That's a hell of a fight. two skillful guys, technicians, right? Thinkers. Shakur is an analytical fighter. Lamont Roach is an analytical fighter. That makes a great fight. I don't think it's going to be boring because I don't think it's going to be too much running in that fight. I think these guys are going to really display boxing skills, and they're going to be really, because I don't think neither one of them feel that the other one has the power to like get them out of there. I believe they may respect each other's power to an extent, but not to an extent where they feel like, yeah, he's going to knock my head off. So that's what's going to make it really interesting to see if these guys are really going to just do technical work, right? Do that technical work. So I think that in itself makes a great fight. I like that fight, but I don't want to see Shakur fight. I don't want to see Shakur fight Lamont Roach just yet. I want to see Shakur go up against Tank first, and then I believe whoever wins the Lamont Roach and Tank fight, I believe they should be next up to fight Shakur Stevenson. That's what I would say. Whoever wins that fight, and the reason why I don't want Lamont, that's why I hope that Tank and Lamont Roach fight now, because if they don't fight, I don't want Lamont to go fight Shakur, and then Shakur beat Lamont, and then now the excitement for Tank and Shakur is not there. Because Shakur and Tank been at it for years, talking about who could beat who and who could do this and who could do that. All right. So for me, I don't want to see Shakur go ahead and beat Lamont. And now he beats Lamont, and he's like, yo, you had a hard time with Lamont, and I beat him easily, or I beat him. I don't want to fight you now. Now I really don't want to fight you because I beat the guy that you was having a hard time with. So that's why I said I want Lamont and Tank to fight now. And whoever wins between Lamont and Tank should fight Shakur Stevenson. That's what boxing needs to see right there. That's the fight. Those are the fights right there. Tank and Lamont. And whoever wins that fight between Tank and Lamont should go up against Shakur Stevenson. Now, I know Lamont was talking about potentially fighting Devin Haney. I think that's a cool fight. I think that's a good fight. But I'd rather see Lamont and Shakur. I think stylistically, that just makes a better fight. I just think stylistically, I like that fight better. And there's no disrespect to Devin. I just think stylistically, and we talking about pay-per-view numbers, we talking about putting asses in the seats. That's what I think. I think Shakur and Lamont would be a better fight. More people would tune into that versus Lamont and Devin Haney fighting. I just think on paper it just makes sense. If we talking about dollar signs, I think it makes a lot more sense. I think it makes a lot more sense seeing that fight versus Devin and Shakur. I mean Devin and Lamont Roach. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. Somebody may be different, but that's what I think. That's what I believe. So I like where boxing is at. I think we got some great upcoming fights coming up. I'm excited about those fights. Like I said, we got Clarissa Shields this Saturday on the 26th. It's gonna be crazy fight. I can't wait to see the GWOAT back up in there. Everybody been doubting the GWOAT. Everybody been hating on the GWOAT. I can't wait so I get the GWOAT on Boxing Legends Lounge because she gonna come through. I promise you. We're gonna have listen. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. If you're watching this, I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. If y'all don't get with Boxing Legends Lounge now, don't come later on. All right. We about to be the newest boxing platform out there that's going to take over the airwaves. I'm talking about we want to take over the airwaves. I'll say that again. We're going to take over the airwaves. Boxing Legends Lounge is here to stay. Well, I got 100 for every bump on your face. Mark, Boxing Legends Lounge is here to stay, y'all. We not going nowhere. Boxing Legends Lounge is here to stay. We not going nowhere. I believe, like I said, there's a lot of great fights happening. We're going to make sure that we continue to bring great content. Right, we're going to bring great content, great videos, keep everybody updated to what's going on. Just staying tuned in. Stay tuned in. We got Bud, Crawford, and Canelo coming up September 13th. We really going to sit down and dial into that, do a breakdown on both of these guys coming up. I can't wait. And September is my birthday month, man. You know what I'm saying? September is my birthday month. So look, we start my birthday month off right. We start my birthday month off right. Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, September 13th. I might actually go out to that fight. I might have to go out to that fight. Vegas, we might be out there on Vegas, man. We might be out there. I might have to pull up to that fight for sure. We might have to pull up to that fight. That's epic. That's epic. What's today? Today's the 21st. Yeah, we might have to do that. We might have to go out to Vegas and see what's up, y'all. We might have to go out to Vegas and see what's up. I like that. I like that fight. Bud is one of my favorite fighters. I love Bud to death, man. I love Bud to death. I'm a little worried. I'm a little tad bit worried a little bit. Tad bit worried. I got confidence in him. I believe that if there was anybody in the sport right now that can beat Bud, beat Canelo, that's coming from where Bud is coming from, I believe it'll be Bud Crawford to do it. I believe that if there was anybody to beat Canelo Alvarez under the circumstances that Terence Crawford is going through, to beat him, coming up 3 weight classes, fighting at a weight he never fought at before, and to beat a legend in Canelo Alvarez, if there was anybody to do it in the sport right now, I would put my money on Bud Crawford. If you told me to choose, my money will go with Terence Crawford. Because I just think that Bud just have a lot in his arsenal. He's a switch hitter, so he can go orthodox and he can go southpaw. And Bud got dynamite in both hands. He can switch for both hands. We seen what he did to Spence. We seen what Bud did to Spence, and I hate to even bring that up, but we seen what Bud did to Spence. Dang. Shout out to Errol Spence, man. Shout out to Spence, man. I can't wait to see Spence get back in the ring. Like I said, I don't know if I want to see Spence come back in there and fight Fundora right away. I think maybe he should see where he's at, get some tune-ups and see where he's at. But I don't think that he should get in that ring and instantly just fight Fundora. I don't like that for Spence. Don't like that for Spence. I don't like that, but I don't like that for Spence. But we got some great fights, y'all. We got some great fights coming up. Like I said, man, let's keep tuning in. We here, Boxing Legend Lounge is here to stay. Here to stay. Here to stay. Watch. Anything, if y'all don't know me, and y'all don't know who I am, get used to seeing my face. Anything that I say, it ends up turning to gold, right? So Boxing Legend Lounge, another great episode. We got some, like I said, we had some great fights this past weekend. Clarissa Shields back at it again. July 26th. Potentially Lamont Roach and Tank supposed to be fighting. Gervonta Davis supposed to be fighting August 16th. I don't know if the date's getting pushed back. And right after that, we got Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. November 22nd, potentially, we got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. So we got some great fights coming up in the sport of boxing, y'all. We got some great fights coming up. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen, send this link to somebody and just tell them to subscribe to the channel, because we about to build one of the biggest and fastest boxing community out there. Mark my words when I say that. All right. With that being said, another great episode of Boxing Legend Lounge, the home of the people, the home of the legends. Let's make it happen. We see y'all soon. One love and peace, y'all. Y'all be straight.